This evening on To The Point, Carlos and I are going to be talking about the problems associated with industrialization. Industrialization is central to economic development and improved prospects for human well-being. The benefits of industrial production can be seen in all aspects of life, from the range of consumer goods available, to the efficiency of transportation systems, to the astounding advances made in computers and communications technology since the 18th century. Wealth in the developed countries has paralleled industrial growth, and developed countries continue to produce the lion's share of manufactured goods. Indeed, about 74% of the world's industrial output takes place in the developed world. Today, many developing countries are experiencing an industrial revolution of their own, capturing an ever-increasing share of industrial growth. The pace of this newest cycle, particularly in Asia, far exceeds that of developed countries.
The positive economic and social results of industrial growth have been accompanied by serious environmental degradation, however, as well as growing threats to health from occupational hazards. To some extent, these problems are like those of early industrial Europe. In the 19th century, the shift from a rural, agrarian society to an urban, industrial society initially involved widespread social and economic disruption, unemployment, homelessness, pollution, and increased exposure to health hazards both at work and at home. Many of these same problems characterize cities in the developing world today. Over to you, Maria. Despite the similarities between earlier European industrialization and current changes in the developing world, important differences exist in the scale and pace of industrial growth. The earlier industrial revolution spanned nearly 200 years. Recently, countries like Thailand and Indonesia have been undergoing similar changes in just a couple of decades.
As part of this growth, industrial wastes are growing in quantity and becoming more varied, more toxic, and more difficult to dispose of or degrade. Densities in cities where much of the industrial production is located far surpass those in developed countries, so the number of people exposed to pollutants is potentially much greater. A substantial share of industrial growth in developing countries revolves around the transformation of raw materials into industrial products such as steel, paper, and chemicals. A wide range of pollutants is associated with these industries. In contrast, much of economic growth in developed countries is now in the service sector, such as education, entertainment, defense, and finance, and communication sectors such as computers, cellular phones, and electronics, which are much less polluting.
Maria, this rapid industrial growth has made water pollution, air pollution, and hazardous wastes pressing environmental problems in many areas of the developing world. Industrial emissions combine with vehicle exhausts to cause air pollution, while concentrations of heavy metals and ammonia loads are often high enough to cause major fish kills downriver from industrial areas. The lack of hazardous waste facilities compounds the problem, with industrial wastes often discarded on fallow or public lands, in rivers, or in sewers designed to carry only municipal wastes. The future scale of environmental and health problems from industrialization in developing countries will depend greatly on policy actions taken today. Decisions regarding the location sites of those industries, the technologies used, and the type of precautions for occupational safety could have a tremendous impact on the future health of the people who live and work there. That's all for tonight. Let us know what you think. Remember, get to the point.